Hello guys, this is me Zain, and today we're gonna talk about those orchids which just refuse to bring me joy. And I'm so sad about them. Okay, so there are a few orchids in my collection, and I'm sure in your collection, yes, there are a few orchids which just refuse to bloom. You know, aka the bitches. Well, I have some of those and I'm a bit mad about them, a bit sad about them, and a bit crazy about them. And I will tell you why. So I have here a few examples and I'm gonna talk about them, and I'm gonna talk about a few reasons why they cannot bloom. Also, I'm gonna leave here a few question marks, because you know what to talk about here. Another stupid video idea. My channel is dying, help me. The first one.
Cattleya Leco Peach Sun.
This is not a registered hybrid as far as I can remember, but the Leco stands for Limited Edition Curling Orchidean, and they just named this plant because this is their cross, and it is really beautiful and I want to see these flowers really badly. But this Cattleya is like, bitch, you won't get flowers. So no, I'm not getting flowers, but look at that. Here, this is the bulb. As you can see, I have a cut flower spike on it. This was already on this plant when I purchased it. And this plant has two directions of growth. In 1 year I get two sets of growth, but it's curious because for example in spring one direction grows and then in the winter time the other direction grows. So this is just how this Cattleya works. I don't understand it and I don't wait from you to understand either. So let's just pretend that this is okay. As you can see, it creates pretty tall pseudobulbs with big leaves, and they are super hydrated, they are super sturdy, and I cannot even bend them because they are so plump. They are full of water. Everything is okay with this plant except the blooming. I cannot figure out why this Cattleya cannot bloom for me. I want it to bloom, but this bitch is like, you won't get bloom, Zain. F yourself. Why, yeah. I don't think this Cattleya is supposed to like create some sheaths. Here is another pseudobulb which was blooming and it's a lot smaller than any other pseudobulb on this plant, so I cannot figure out why. I give it enough light, and in most cases light can be the source. Light can be the cause of an orchid not blooming, because if you do the other things wrong, the orchid will show that. For example, if you don't give it enough water, it will be wrinkly, it will be dehydrated. Also, if the temperatures are not good, well, you know, some cold or heat damages will appear on the plant. But the light, if some plants, if they are not getting enough light, they are ethylated. But not with these ones, not the orchids, they are not like that, they just won't bloom for you. They are getting proper Cattleya light. So right now I'm thinking that maybe I should give them vanda light. But I already have some burns on the leaves because of the intensity of the light. So I'm just sitting here waiting for some buds, but this bitch is like, no. Well, the next one.
Pleurathalis stricta.
Burn, bitch, burn. I cannot figure out why this one is not blooming. I mean, Pleurathalis, they are not the most common type of orchid. They are not the popular orchid out there in the hobby, and well, I can get why. The blooms are just tiny, they are not showy, but this bitch was really cheap when I bought it, so, and it was an amount, but then I transferred it into this setup, which is different than my other orchid setup, and I'm just keeping it here because it really likes it. Well, this one has really tiny roots, and as far as I understand, Pleurathalis orchids need a lot of humidity. So I thought, clay pot all the way. It will get extra cooling and extra humidity by the porosity of the clay pot, whatever. I just figured it's gonna be good if I put it into this one. Well, look at these majestic leaves. Well, these were the first leaves, these tiny ones with these darker colors, and the newer leaves were, because they are newer, they are lighter in color, but you can see the size difference. These leaves are just like this, they are a bit leaning, but they are like this, and well, bang, these gigantic leaves are growing. So I guess that is good, because the leaves themselves are bigger. The light amount is also good, because look at that discoloration on the stems of the leaves. I mean, the leaves are just this lighter colored green, and the actual stem of the leaf really dark purple, and I just love that. Look at that. It looks so cool. It's in clay pot and also the small trunk ceramics. Well, guess what? This is not enough for this plant. Always when I water it, I leave water inside it in this tray so it can wick it up. The hydration is okay with it. In the near past, I actually went a little bit up with the light intensity for this one, but still no blooms. No blooms. These leaves are really big, really beautiful, and as you can see at the base of each leaf there is this, well, let's call it a sheath. I'm not sure if that's a sheath, but I would call it a sheath. Well, guess what? They are not blooming. It was secured with a wire into this pot, but after a time I removed the wire and all these little tiny roots just grow into the medium and attach themselves to the clay pot and to the medium, so right now it's just not going anywhere, so it's really super goodly secured right now in this pot, and also it's getting enough light, it's getting enough water, it's getting enough humidity, but no blooms. No fucking blooms. I mean, what do you need from me? Okay, the next one, my
Catasetum planiceps.
With this one I'm a little bit confused.
So I am confusion.
I want it to bloom because that's why I keep orchids, but again, the male blooms, which supposed to be like more beautiful, they look the same as the female flowers. So this is an ugly ass bitch. So right now I'm confused if I should be happy that it's not blooming or not, but still it's not blooming, so it's a bitch. This is the new growth, and this Catasetum actually blooms in the springtime when the new growth is just starting to grow, or well, it's growing. I don't know what to do about it. I'm giving enough fertilizer, I really do, because I was actually putting in the medium some slow release fertilizer already 2 years ago. They need a lot of fertilizing in the springtime in the actively growing season. Well, I gave that to him. Also, I'm giving him a lot of light because the grower I was buying this from said that it can actually handle full sun. Well, I don't have too much space for full sun, like that's the priority of my vandas, you know. Priorities, bitch, priorities. But it's getting a lot of light, it's getting Camellia light. But do I look like it's blooming? No. So I'm just sitting here thinking about getting rid of it because it's not blooming, but being happy that it's not blooming also. But the only good thing about it that every year it creates a very majestic syllable. Like the leaves are so big and so beautiful, and I just love them. Okay, and my last orchid here, what is this one?
Vanda Gordon Dillon Blue.
I have all my other vandas, which are blooming, except the Vanda Sanderiana, but I really think that it's a little bit too young for blooming. But you know, all my other vandas are blooming because I have a little bit of a space for my full sun orchids, and they, oh my god,
oh my god, oh my god.
Holy shit, the raffia tape just broke in my hands. Okay, we good again, no accidents happened. I almost dropped my vanda, but it's safe. My white vanda is blooming nicely. Okay, not right now, but it has a lot of bloom, a lot of buds, so it will be a great show. And then here we have this. Please, I need reasons, vanda, okay? Just give me a reason. Just give me a reason. Is that the lyrics of that song? I'm not sure. I don't get the blooms. I mean, look at the size. It's clearly blooming size. And also I've seen enough pictures about this plant, and I can already tell you that this is blooming size. And I purchased it as a blooming size plant, like a lot of years ago. When I started purchasing vandas and I bought this one was one of my first vandas. I cared my heart out. There was no evidence even of first blooming. There are no spent flower spikes, there are no cut flower spikes, there is nothing on this plant which indicates that it was blooming in the past. I'm questioning my life because of this vanda. I don't know what to say, but I really don't know. I'm watering it every single day with rainwater, with fertilized rainwater. I don't know. I'm doing every single detail for my vandas to be happy. And this, no. No. I'm doing all of this shit for you. bloom. Well guys, this is my video for today and I hope you liked it. If you liked it, click on the like button. Also you can leave a comment down in my know it all section below. You can subscribe to this channel, subscribe to my other channel. You can follow me on Instagram and you know, all the good stuff. So see you next time. Bye guys.